What's good? What's good? I'm back. One and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P. Should have a guest coming on here real soon. Go check out the last interviews and some of the last recaps we did. Me and Dan the Tower Dog Pettit did a recap of BKFC Liberty Brawl, and before that, I had an interview with Matt Guyman. And we got an interview with Britton Hart as well that we did recently. So go check those out. And of course, Dan Pettit trying to make the Matt Guyman fight happen in Sturgis. So hopefully that happens. Shaman happy called the All Combat Podcast. All right, let's bring on our guest. I'm so excited, man. I've been asking, when is this guy going to fight again in the squared circle? And looks like my wish is coming true. So Christmas is coming early. This guy has an amateur boxing record of 248-16. I kid you not. Pro MMA record of 2-0 and a bare knuckle record of 5-0. Number one ranked BKFC cruiserweight, and he'll be fighting at BKFC Fight Night Sturgis in the main event versus Mike Jones, August 8th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Buffalo Chip in Sturgis, South Dakota. Let's run away Defiant Bryant Acheson.
That's right.
How you doing,
man?
What's going on?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. What have you been up to lately, man?
And it's just eat, sleep, and train from here on out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I try and enjoy my free time, but this is a pretty serious fight and taking it pretty serious. So definitely want to be the best, most prepared.
Did you really fight over 260 amateur boxing matches?
Yeah, I was pretty active back then. They were, a lot of smokers and stuff like that. Back then we could fight, 2-3 times in a night. They did a lot of tournament styles. So yeah, I was very active.
Damn, that's crazy, yo. That's like a lot of fights. That was like Mike Tyson kind of amount of fights.
Yeah. Of course, when you're knocking him out like he is, you probably fight pretty often as well.
Out of all those fights, was there a fight for you that was the most memorable?
I mean, they all kind of had their place. There's a few guys that stuck out. Some, those losses definitely are easy to remember. So yeah, definitely I'd say those stuck out the most.
You also did MMA. Now, when and why did you decide to move into MMA?
I just I grew up wrestling. I started wrestling when I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
And so college wasn't for me, and I just wanted to stay active after high school wrestling. So I just picked up boxing and did that for a few years, and it just kind of made sense. That's when MMA became popular, and had the wrestling background, decent striking, so jumped into MMA.
You didn't stay in MMA long?
I was there for a few years. Yeah, I rocked up I can't remember what my amateur record was, and then that pro record, undefeated as a pro.
So you make the move into bare knuckle. How did you end up in bare knuckle? Did like Nate Shook hit you up or something?
Yeah, they were actually coming to Montana, and my contact here, Charles Bracken with Fusion, he was helping them out with fighters, and I happened to be around. They had a heavyweight fallout, and everybody's seen what I did to Josh Watson. So,
what was that? A bird in the background?
No, that's my dog. He's playing with this little squeaker toy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, Josh Watson, I mean, when you knock a guy out like that, did you instantly feel like this sport is totally for you?
Yeah, I mean, I always kind of knew it was when I
Okay.
first heard about it and seen it become popular. I was like, me and my coach were like, dude, you were made for this. So I'm just glad it's kind of becoming so popular, and that David Fieldman started this great organization, and yeah, I was definitely made for bare knuckle. It's nice to just be able to focus on one discipline and just excel at that. Because striking's always been my forte, and so and then you take the gloves away, and it's just takes a different breed to fight bare knuckle. I can tell you that.
Now, do you really see a big difference when you go from like Fusion to BKFC in the level of competition?
Um, in the past, yeah, but Fusion's grown quite a bit, and they get a lot of good quality
Okay,
fighters. In fact, they've
that's what's up.
got a lot of guys in the BKFC have come out of Fusion. I mean, you got Kai Stewart, 6-time world
Okay, yeah.
champ. Leo Percier was in there. They got quite a few guys myself. So, but yeah, it's definitely a bigger show, more people. Um, it's it's different.
So I noticed you had a few canceled bouts. Is that why we haven't seen you in the square circle for a while?
Um, yeah, I think there was some stuff on both ends, but it all got worked out, and I just signed a 3-fight contract with BKFC, and so I headline in Sturgis already, and we're gonna go up from there. So definitely be fighting for that world title, and that belt's gonna be mine.
Yeah, because I know you were supposed to fight what Eric Lozano, Leo Bercier, and I think Nick Tomlinson was a fusion fight, right?
So Thomason happened.
Okay,
Um, and then yeah, Leo fell out. Yeah, Eric Lozano I think fell out. I think Joseph Career stepped in on that one. That was Sturgis
okay.
2-3 years ago. So, but yeah, back in now, so I'm just planning on staying active, and yeah, I want to fight as much as possible.
So let's talk a little bit about your opponent. What's your honest opinion of Mike Jones?
I know absolutely nothing about the guy.
I don't know
So
much either.
I have seen him fight. I think he's definitely he's got some speed. But I don't think he's the fastest fighter I've fought. And yeah, I know he comes from a good camp, Jeremy Horn's camp. So definitely he's going to be ready and prepared.
Yeah, because I think he lost to Eric Lozano, who you were supposed to fight, and I feel like if that fight would have went, you would have probably won the Eric Lozano fight. But even
Yeah,
knowing that, you can't really underestimate this guy, right?
no, absolutely not. He's a professional, and this is a bare knuckle fight. Anything can happen. So I don't take any opponent lightly. I got in this game because I wanted to see what I'm capable of. I want to fight the best, and he's on a win streak. He's good. This is definitely good tough fights that I want.
I don't know if you seen. Did you see Mike Jones' last fight?
Yeah, against Townsville.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Is it hard to really gauge when a fight is that short, or like what this guy might do?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you want some more tape on him to study, but um, I think I got what I needed out of that situation and what happened. So um, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually shocked at that outcome of that. But Townsend, I think he's a guy you live by the sword, you die by the sword. He kind of goes blow for blow with cats. So
Yeah. Yeah, he does. I definitely think he pressed him a little bit too much. So he got countered. He paid the price. That's the fight
so
game. It happens. You win some, you lose some.
I mean, you number one rank right now. I
Mhm.
feel like you being overlooked, you know. Do you feel like a dominant performance should put you in the conversation of a BKFC title opportunity?
Yes, I would. This, I think this is definitely the winner of this should fight for the title. I'm, I think me and Mike are better than Esteban.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I definitely think, I've been at the top for a while, and Mike's been around, and with his dominant performance over Townsville, I think he's right, probably number two when the rankings would come out. And I think that's the way it should work. I think the winner of this should get an automatic title fight.
Yeah, because I think if Townsville would have won the fight, he might would have got a title shot next because they've been trying to talk up the Mohawk and Tomahawk, and now that he didn't, I think it would only make sense that one of you guys probably get
Yeah.
the next shot because we don't know what's going on with Sicario. I don't think.
Honestly, I don't want to say he's old, but Sicario's old. I wasn't real, I wasn't real impressed with his last performance. In fact, I thought Kamosi, you know, did not beat him enough, definitely to retain the title.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So
yeah, I felt like Kamosi probably did enough, but he was over there in Italy, and
yeah,
I don't know.
fighting an Italian fighter.
Yeah.
Yep. But he was on his
So
way out anyway. So as far as moving forward, yeah, I definitely think that the winner of this I think they should get a title shot. So we still have the Mohawk versus Mohawk. I've always had one.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So is there a statement you're looking to make, not just by winning, but how you win this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't have a boring fight in my whole career. I very rarely go to the distance. In fact, the only time I did for BKFC was Joseph Career, and I put him on the
Right.
canvas twice, and that
Yeah.
was, I mean, I threw heat the whole time. Um, Definitely learned a lot from that fight as far as how much heat to throw. But I feel like I've only gotten better, and that's just the way I do it. If it's they're fast, they're entertaining, and I come to bring the pain. So they very rarely go to a decision. I would not. This one's not going to the judges for sure. So, but yeah, definitely I always want to showcase my skills and have a show out fight, and um, yeah, I'm definitely going to make a statement against Mike Jones August 8th, Sturgis, South Dakota.
And you've already beat a ranked guy because, I mean, I don't know if Creer was ranked then, but he's ranked now. So,
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I think moving to
you know,
185 was a good choice for him. He was a smaller 205er, so I think he made the right choice going to 185. But he's still, a seasoned professional boxer. You know, so
and the Josh Watts, I mean, ever since you knocked him out, he hasn't lost actually. So,
no, he's
and
on
I
a
think
he's
he's a
on a
really
tear
tough
too.
too.
Yeah, yeah, yep, yeah. But I don't know.
It didn't go his way though.
They all crumble.
Cookies, huh? That you turn them into cookies.
Yep, that's right, man. If I put my hands on you, that's a wrap.
So, I mean, your prediction for this fight, you said it ain't going to the judges. So you predicting, I'm guessing, a knockout.
Yeah, knockout, stoppage. Um, yeah, either of the two. Yep.
And you said you fought Sturgis before, right?
I did. It was 3 years ago. It was the first year BKFC, and did the fights at the rally, and man, what an experience, man. It's so great to be going back. I had such a good time last time, and I know I got a lot of fans there in South Dakota, so I know they're going to be excited to see me in action again, and yeah, I'm going to be ready. I can't wait.
Yeah, my grandfather's from South Dakota. With them bikers up there, I'm thinking like this is way different than any other BKFC event.
Yeah, it is for sure. It's outside, so you're not in a venue, you're not in a stadium or whatever. it's definitely different. You know, they have the catwalk around, so you can kind of get an elevated view of the ring. Yeah, it's just it's definitely a different experience than fighting in a traditional venue.
And is it August? I mean, it's still gonna be hot up there in August.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be hot.
It was so. What is it like? I mean, I talked to some of the guys before. One of the guys that was on Sturgis, they said Sturgis is like it's really hot when you fighting outside.
Yeah, it's hot. You're sweating for sure. It's just get used to it. You know what I mean? Acclimate to the
Yeah,
heat. Yeah, train outside, train in the heat. Get ready.
I would think some fighters might not be prepared for that. It might drain them quick in the match. You think that's a possibility?
Oh, 100%. If you're training in air conditioning all the time and that heat plus if your fights earlier in the night especially on the prelims, you're fighting in the sun too, it's sun's still out. So
Son,
yeah,
yeah.
if you're not prepared, it can definitely take a toll on you. You definitely want to be drinking a lot of water and stuff that day for sure.
And that's right. By the time you fight, it's gonna be a little dark out there, so won't be as hot. It'll be cooled down some, you would hope.
Yeah, to cool down a little bit, but it still stays hot. And so
Still, yeah.
hmm
So, what can you tell us about Grindhouse MMA?
yeah, Grindhouse MMA. It's a gym here in Billings, Montana. They're primarily a jiu-jitsu based school. So they got one of the best ground guys in the game, Will Grundhauser. He's actually my lifelong friend and manager as well. So he runs a great program. They also have a good striking program as well too. So they have everything from kids classes, women's self defense. Yeah, so they've been around for a while, and he's got a couple gyms in the surrounding areas of Billings, and yeah, he's got a great program.
Um, are more and more gyms starting to pick up like training bare knuckle fighters?
Yeah, I think so. Just as it's becoming more popular, there's obviously going to be more people doing it, and then it is a little bit different. It's not just boxing without gloves. There's different factors in the game that you need to train for.
Um, I always talk about like how do you feel your clinch game is?
I mean, my clinch game is good, but I don't like to clinch. We're,
You don't like
we're
to
fighting.
clinch?
We're
Yeah,
this is boxing, man. We're not,
yeah,
there's certain times it may be in a fight, where I might pummel the back of the head to get a little more juice
yeah.
on a punch, but I'm not. If I'm tying up, I'm probably like I'm tying you up to get a break. So nobody wants to see that crap.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of guys that clinch super heavy in this
I
sport.
know. Yeah,
They really do.
you ain't gonna be seeing me doing that ever.
But you still got to prepare for it though, as much as possible, right?
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Yep. I don't think
How do
Mike
you
Jones is gonna
usually?
punch. He's a
You don't think so?
no, he's a
Okay.
boxer. We're gonna bang. It's gonna be a yeah. Try not to talk too much on it, but yeah, I don't think he's much of a clincher. I wouldn't think from what I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it can get a little too boring when there's too much clinching going on, and you know, it kind of reminds me of just too much wrestling in MMA.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's why the sport's progressing so fast in popularity. Is because just kind of the way the world is now. People want instant gratification. They want those cuts and knockouts and stuff, and that's kind of what bare knuckles all about. So
Yeah. I think if you're a short guy though, like if you got to go up against a guy that's maybe 5 to 6 inches taller, clinching might be a necessary
yeah,
you know,
for
for a
sure.
guy like that. But everybody else. Like if like your opponent, y'all are pretty much almost even on the reach and almost even on the heights. So
Yeah. Yep.
it's
Yep.
definitely going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So walk us through a typical fight camp. What does a day in the camp look like from morning to night?
I mean, it just depends on the day, but I'm usually doing my cardio in the morning. I'm always eating right, you know, and training boxing in the evenings. I like to train when I'm going to compete, and yeah, just live as healthy as I can. So I do
Yeah,
work a regular
you
I, I do work a regular job, so I am putting in, at least 40 hours a week
okay.
working too. So yeah, that makes it difficult, but it's also a physical job, so
Well, that's part of the reason why I respect y'all guys so much is that, y'all have to work other jobs usually, because it's hard to make a living in this business. If you're not getting enough fights and the fights don't pay enough, I mean, you have to have another source of income. So you got to do
yeah.
that. You might have wife and kids that you got to take care of and spend time with. And then you got to find time to keep yourself in shape. And I mean, you could tell, dude, you're really good. You're really in shape, man. And then you got to work on your skills. You got to, your offense, your defense, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is for sure. Mhm.
Totally respect it. Totally respect it. I come from the music promotion, the music world where, the discipline isn't there. The
Sure.
discipline isn't there.
Yeah. I think
Um,
any craft you have, you got to be, disciplined in it if you want to be good or successful.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So, what's your message to everyone who's making the trip to Sturgis and or those tuning in to watch the fight on August 8th?
Yeah, man, you're not gonna want to miss this one. It's gonna be a banger for sure. I appreciate all my fans, all the love I get from you guys. Appreciate the haters too. I am selling tickets, so if you want to contact me for tickets, I do get commission because it is hard out here. We definitely don't get paid what we should. So yeah, that always helps. And it's definitely going to be worth the trip. Sturgis itself is it's just a great time, and what a great combination with BKFC. At the Buffalo Chip during the rally. It's cool. It's everybody there is usually on just chill vibes. It's get all these bikers together. You think there'd be trouble and stuff. It's not. Everybody's chill. They're all having a good time, and so yeah, it's definitely worth something to check out.
So, if you get this win, are you going to be looking to try to get another fight as soon as possible, depending on if there's no injuries?
Yeah, I want Esteban Rodriguez. I want that belt. I'm the best in the world. I'm going to prove that. And I think after a dominant performance over Mike Jones, you know, I think I deserve that shot. So
Yo, you familiar with this guy in your division, Lex Ludlow, at the bottom of the rankings?
it's not ringing a bell, no.
Oh, I think it's kind of disrespectful when guys just like ain't fought other ranked guys and they kind of like skip past him and go to the championship sometimes.
Yeah, that's
I'd
always
actually like to see
frustrating.
you. I like to see him fight you because I think he needs a some real competition, man. Because I think
Sure.
he's had an easy route, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I want to fight the best. I'm not afraid of any man, so I'll fight anybody. But it's always been a dream, a goal of mine to win a world championship, and I'm not going to stop until I achieve that. But as far as the rankings and who's fight who, it's frustrating. There is a lot of politics in this game, and
Yeah,
but
yeah,
sometimes, unfortunately, you don't get to see the fights that should happen. So
yeah. I think part of the problem is they're just bringing in too many debuts and they're not focusing on the guys that are on the roster right
Yeah.
now. I mean, they just lost another fighter to BKB, Jad Masan Wong, very popular in the women's, divisions and stuff. And that's the thing. BKB's giving out these multi-fight deals, and BKFC's going 1-for-1, and some people don't fight like a year. Well, it's been a year and 8 months for you, right?
Yeah,
For
outside of
BKFC?
for
Yeah,
BKFC, yep. I had
yeah.
to go to Fusion because I wasn't
Fusion.
getting any play. So, um, yeah,
Well, I'm always gonna be pro fighter over pro fight promotion. So,
okay.
you know, just know that I got your back.
Appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see you back, man. Every time I go through the rankings, I'm like, what's going on, man? This guy is sitting at the top, man. Like, when
Right?
is he gonna fight? I hate seeing ranked guys just sitting there collecting dust, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Well, wait no more. I'm back and ready to crack. So,
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out, man, to do the interview.
of
Before you
course.
go though, you got any shout outs you might want to do? Any sponsors, anything?
Yeah, of course, man. My sponsorships they're just they're great. They treat me well. They're great people, and I couldn't do this without them. They make the things happen that so I can fight. I have Vitality Medical and Wellness. They're the best wellness place in the region. Dr. Fogelson, she actually works for BKFC. She has a stitch stuff sometimes. I want to shout out to Gordy's Casino, the G Spot. Here's another
Okay.
great spot. Let's see here. You got Montana Weight Company. Want to give a shout out to Carver's Brazilian Steakhouse. That place who always keeping me fed.
Uh,
So
that sounds good.
yeah, man. If you haven't been to Carver's, you need to. They're great. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Um, August 8th, Sturgis. It's gonna be a banger.
Well, I can't wait. You're a friend of the show, so let's try to get you on for your next fight too, if we can, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll always make myself available. So
That's what's up, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your night, man. I appreciate you taking the time out once again.
yeah, you as well, Paul. You have a great evening. See
All
ya.
right, you too.
All right, bye.
Talk to you later. Peace. Well, there you have it. Defiant Bryant Acheson. And shouts out to Coltrane, Coltrane. What's up? Appreciate you. Joshua Oxendine, appreciate you. Keith Richardson, One Tough Boxer, appreciate you. Morris Maurice, 75, appreciate you. Arena Wars Live, appreciate you. Bronco Busick, appreciate you as well. Um, yeah, can't wait to see this fight. Atchison been out a little too long. It's been like year and 8 months. And every time I see his name, like, yo, when is this guy gonna fight? What's going on? But BKC just got too many debuts and not bringing in the roster guys enough, man. So he'll be fighting BKC Fight Night Sturgis. Acheson versus Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Acheson 6'3", Jones 6'2". Reach is like maybe 1 inch reach difference. Barrett Hill, Brady Meister. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I still need to follow back up with Barrett Hill. I'm trying to interview him as well. Interesting guy, very interesting guy. I've interviewed Brady Meister before, really cool guy. He's looking to make a comeback off his last win. You got Cheyenne Bentliff and Crystal Pittman. Man, Crystal Pittman is so beautiful. Zeb Vincent is back fighting PD Coxon. And, Zeb never has a boring fight. His fights always be exciting. Tyler Randall versus Joshua Oxendine, who coming off the loss to Reber, but he did definitely picked apart Travis the Animal Thompson. That's going to be an interesting one. Tyler the Rookie Randall and Joshua Oxendine. Tyler's more. He's got 8 fights on the BKSC. He ain't a rookie no more, man. It might be time to come up with a new fight name. Eric Lozano, who was supposed to fight Bryant Acheson, that fight got canceled, versus Devin Schwan. Devin's coming off a loss against Keith the Officer Richardson. And you got Art Driscoll versus Justin Walters. These guys almost look the same except for the color of their beards. And both of them, one's 0-3, one's 0-2. Somebody's coming out with a win. I know that much. One of these guys is gonna be happy as shit because they're gonna come out with a win. And then you got Jason Simon versus Jason Sanderson. Don't even got their pictures up yet. Those are debuts, and it should be still a couple more fights to add because there's only 8 fights on here. They usually have 9 to 12, I think. So, of course, Dan Tower Dog Pettit is trying to lock in a fight with Matt Guyman on the same fight card, and I hope it does, man. I hope that fight goes through. But it should be adding a few more fights still. And, of course, let me see what other events we still got. You got BKFC 91 Naples is 11 days away. You got BKFC Fight Night Uruguay, BKFC Fight Night Newcastle, Garside versus Taylor. BKFC Fight Night Mohegan Sun, Henry versus Trinidad Snake. And who else they had on that card as well? There was one more fight. Oh, yeah, Cody Vital versus Joseph Queer, who we talked about earlier, who fought Acheson. And BKFC 92 Boston, Kai Stewart versus Harry Gigliotti. And he still got to fill that card as well. And then you got BKFC 92 Hollywood, BKFC 94 Manchester, BKFC Belgrade in Serbia. That's probably going to be a tough card right there, man. Serbians are tough. BKFC 95 Newark, and BKFC Fight Night Clearwater, and BKFC Glasgow, Scotland. All right, man. Caleb Patterson, MMA. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thanks. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Appreciate the comments. So we got some comments over here as well. We got my man Wanting Habits. Appreciate you. What did you say? This dude look like he shoots weak lows. What the hell? Keep getting kicked out of Instagram for some reason. So I came over here, Paul. How's it going? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Where do you see all these extended dates? I missed a lot of these. Don't know what extended dates you're referring to. And Michael Grams, appreciate you. Bryant is a true warrior, knows everybody yet, but August. What he said, nobody knows yet, but they will August 8th. Let's go, Bryant. Yeah, man. Defiant Bryant is dude is jacked, yo. And he's throwing straight power shots. So, and I don't know that he's gonna come in reckless like Townsend did with the Mike Jones fight. So, yep, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We about to wrap it up. We got another interview Thursday with I forgot who it is, but I'll be creating a flyer, putting a flyer out. It's a fighter from the BKC. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. And appreciate y'all. Peace, and I'm out.